Hi, my name's Greg, and I'm the guy who owns the website you're looking at right now, genitalwartsformula.com. I started this site because this is a problem with genital warts that I used to have back in 2006. I got them from my girlfriend that I was going out with at that time. She did not know she had anything, so whenever she gave it to me, it was a total surprise to her. She wasn't trying to do anything malicious or anything, but it was a problem that I had to deal with all of a sudden. Didn't know what to do, so I went online, went around looking at all the websites, and I saw all the different treatments on the forums, the oils and the creams, and then there's doctor treatments with electrosurgery, cryotherapy with the freezing. So there's burning treatments, freezing treatments, and then there were oils and creams online. Then there's Aldara, which I later found out was super dangerous. It is definitely not a good idea to. I've gotten calls from people who have been burned bad by Aldara, and I mean, when I say burned, I mean literally burned, like where it was like removing skin, really bad stuff. So you can just go online and read about Aldara, bad stuff about that. And that's usually the treatment that'll. Now it does seem to work. I guess there are some people that it works for, or else they wouldn't give it to people at all. But for most people, it's bad news. So there's all these treatments out there. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know which one to try. I just sort of started trying random stuff and just one right after another, and it was like nothing was working. And I didn't tell her about the problem until after I'd already found something that was working for me. So I was going through this time period where I really had to get rid of this, and I was on a frantic search to get rid of it as fast as possible. And there's a lot that I didn't know about back then that I know now, and about how to treat it, how to get rid of it, how to stop the spread of HPV, all about the weird issues with HPV that people run into, that because it's not like other STDs. HPV, the unique thing about it is that it lives in the skin, not the blood. So blood tests don't pick it up, and a lot of people have it without even knowing it. People can be carriers without knowing it, and some people get warts from it, some don't. There's like 100 or more strains of HPV. So HPV is the virus that causes warts, and certain strains cause genital warts, the STD kind, and other strains can cause warts that can form like on your thumb or your foot or other places on your body. So depending on what strain you have, there's different things, different characteristics about it that are true for it and not other strains. So this is very complex information. So whenever I was looking for treatments, all this stuff was just coming at me all at once. I eventually learned what I needed to learn, and I just started to try a lot of treatments, and they didn't work. These treatments online didn't work, especially the oils and the creams. Those were probably the largest waste of money that I went through, because those can cost, the little bottle of oil can cost $80 and it doesn't do anything. And then, yeah, you can get your money back sometimes, but it's a hassle, and you end up wasting 2 weeks when you could have just not tried it at all and been better off. So I was going through all that stuff, and none of it was working. And then the turning point was whenever my girlfriend had these health books. So she was kind of an alternative health nut, and she had all these books that were just sitting there. So without letting her know about any of this, I just went in there and got a few of them, started reading them, and I found out some more things that I didn't know about warts, HPV, and all that. And I combined that information with some stuff that I learned at the local universities and also online. And I combined that into a method that actually ended up working for me. The warts actually went away. There was relief. I had itching. Most people, it's not a super common thing to have itching, but some people do. I had itching. I remember I was trying to watch a movie. I couldn't even stand to, I couldn't even pay attention to the movie because the itching was so crazy. It couldn't, keep my mind off on anything for any length of time. So once I found what worked for me, the itching went away within, I think about, this was about 6 years ago. So itching went away easily within 8 to 12 hours, something like that. And then I started to see results within it was the next day, and then within 2 days I saw big results, and then they were gone by the 4th day. Later I found out that that's not the normal case for most people. It doesn't go that quickly, but I was lucky, for me it did. And then I put what I learned about all this stuff, because I realized that it was not in one location. This information was spread out all over the place. So I put it in one location, and I started a website, and I started to get people would get the information from me. And it was back then it was just the email that I would send out, and it was just a very simple thing about what I did. And over time, I ran into people who had situations with warts that I was not familiar with and didn't know how to treat. And over time, I learned how to treat those too. So in addition to all the stuff that I learned, I picked up things throughout the years that I learned from all these other people that had given me feedback on the report, and basically helped me write the other parts of it. And so now what started out as a really small thing had gotten really big and successful, and a lot of people were getting the report and having a lot of success. Most people were successful with it. There's still a few people once in a while who have trouble getting it to work, and I try as hard as I can to help them out and answer the questions that they have. Sometimes it doesn't work, but for most people, they have success. The average time is within 2 to 3 weeks. You should start to see changes in how they look within the first 10 days. So that there's multiple methods depending on your situation. So basically, you start out on the first method, you give it 10 days. And if you don't see changes in how the warts look at the 10-day period, you switch to method 2 because it's more powerful. Sometimes people need more power, and the first method doesn't do anything, but then the second one makes all the difference in the world. So you do the second method, start over for another 10 days, and then if you see changes in how they look, you just keep on doing it till they're gone. And then if you're in the super rare group of people who even have trouble with that, there is a third method that I added back in 2011 that I found out about that can take care of those people as well. So with my report that I put together, and which now has a video too, so you not only get my report from this site that has everything you need to know, but you also get the video, because some people prefer video, and I don't show anything graphic in the video or anything like that. It's basically a video version of what you read in the report, so it shows everything instead of just tells it, makes it easier to follow, and some people just prefer video better. So I've got that, and basically you get all that, you read through it, watch the video. It takes me maybe 10-15 minutes to read through the report. Go to the store locally, right where you live. Even if you're out in the country somewhere, you can still go to a local store, and I've got suggestions on what you can do if you're in a place where, sometimes soldiers from Iraq who are stationed overseas or whatever, they get the report and they're worried about being able to find what they need, or maybe sometimes people in the Philippines, they're worried about if they can find what they need, because we're here in the United States, we have access to everything. Some people don't. So I've got suggestions in there on exactly what to do in those situations. And you can always ask me if there's something that I don't cover in the report. You can just send me an email or call me, and I'll do my best to answer that question for you. But basically, get the report, go to the store, get what you need, come back home, start the treatment. You can start the same night. So there's no waiting around, and then most people get fast results. But don't expect, this isn't a miracle secret thing. It's just a practical way that I've learned dealing with warts and HPV systematically. Here's my report. It's 12 pages, and it has everything you need to know, literally everything you need to know about getting rid of the warts, keeping them gone, and stopping the spread of HPV if you have an issue going on right now where you're very concerned about it spreading quickly to other areas. And this is based on what I did myself years ago when I was going through this, and also what I've learned in the years since then, which is I've learned a lot more, and that's why the report's gotten bigger. It's got a lot more information in it than it used to, and it covers more situations, stuff that I never went through myself, but I heard from other people and got their feedback. We went back and forth a few times on communication, and I learned a lot of things from a lot of other people, and all that information is contained within here. And the report has two main parts. The first part is about getting rid of the warts you can see, and the second part is about boosting up your immune system. There's several different ways you can do that that are specific to viruses and HPV that are not the same as if you were just boosting up your immune system for general health. So you need extra power basically whenever you're fighting this. And so there's several methods about how to do that. And so that you can either do that while you're treating the warts, or you can do it after that they're already gone. Most people do it afterwards. And then the third part is just waiting the required amount of time to make sure nothing tries to come back. And for most people, if you don't have anything try to come back within 6 months, you should be okay after that point, because that's enough time for everything to, if it's going to come back at all, it'll come back usually within the first 2 to 3 months. But 6 months is what some researchers say is a safer period of time, and it covers a larger percentage of people. And that's really what the report's all about. It's about getting you to that 6 month time period where you're clear and nothing has come back and everything's fine. Okay, there's 3 different ways you can get my report. The first one, the one that most people use, is online through the website. You can use a credit or a debit card, and then you can instantly download it in Adobe PDF format. And if you have any problems at all with the PDF on your phone or anything like that, just all you have to do is email me. I have 2 other formats I can send. They will definitely work on your phone. PDF works for most things, but there's some older phones and some other people who don't have Adobe Acrobat installed on their computer. I can send you the formats where it'll work. So just email me if that's a problem. After you order the report, I'll send it to you. It's no big deal. The second way people get the report is usually if someone doesn't have a credit or debit card or doesn't like to shop online or whatever, you can go through the mail. And the mail is really easy. My address is right here on the side. All you have to do is get a check or a money order, or if you really have to, cash. I prefer you not send cash, but if you do, just wrap it in a piece of paper so people can't see through the envelope, and then put a note in there with it that either says please mail to or please email to. And then whenever I get the check or money order in the mail, I'll open it up, see your note, and then I'll go over to my computer, send it to you by email, or if you want it mailed back, I'll make you a copy and then print it out, put it in an envelope. It looks just like a normal letter. It's like a number 10 envelope, about that big, and it just has your address in the center, mine up in the corner, and it's handwritten, looks just like a letter. So that's how I'll send it out to you, and then it'll come maybe 3 to 4 days later, because I always send it out the same day that I get the payment in the mail. So if you want to do that, I can send it to the mail. The third way, which is the most common, is the getting it over the phone. If you happen to be able to catch me while I'm here at home on the phone, sure, I can definitely do that for you over the phone. You just like credit card over the phone, like like you were ordering something off TV or whatever, and that works fine too. So there's some people who prefer to do it that way, and that's fine. The only catch is that I just have to be here. So just call, if you're interested in that, just call me, leave a message. And if I'm not here, leave a message, and then I'll call you back and we can do that. That's fine. So those are the 3 main ways, and you'll get it instantly if you get it online. That's the way most people get it. And I can always send you a different format if you have problems with the PDF. So if you have any questions, let me know. My number is right here on the site. My address is right here on the site. You can contact me anytime, and I will respond to you as soon as I can. Thank you.